Hey guys, we're here with Fergal, who went 6-0 at the Euros in Brussels side event for the oversized card. He won an oversized version of this guy.
That's just the regular one. We couldn't get him. We couldn't have him here today, but
Computer enhanced.
yeah, use your mind's eye.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. So, what did you play before you?
Yeah. First of all, thanks very much, Billy, for having me on. Great event. I just played Blackwings. It's a deck that I'm most comfortable with. I enjoy playing it. It's great to be aggressive in the format, especially as it's getting so fast.
Yeah.
And I do think it is a good pick for these kind of events because there's a lot of people that maybe are playing advanced, that maybe drop out of the main event to want to play this. So there's a real mix of decks, real mix of players, and I think Blackwing has just like the best matchup spread across the format. There's nothing you really hard to lose to, so I was comfortable playing it, and yeah, I was fortunate enough to win out. So,
cool.
But yeah,
would you want to jump in?
Yeah, so it's pretty standard. I mean, like if this is your first Blackwing deck profile, welcome to
welcome to the Edison format. Yeah.
But I'll just do it briefly anyway. So obviously 3 Shura, 3 Sirocco, 3 Bora,
Daring today,
3 Blizzard, 3 Kalush,
good card,
and then the one-ofs in Gale, Vayu, and Dark Arms.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't play any less than these 18. These are standard pretty much. Please don't play any less of this. Please don't play any more of this. I mean, they're good cards. It's pretty standard launch and lineup. It's mostly standard, but I would like to show a few kind of cards at the end and maybe talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, they all perform very well. Obviously, birds are good. The spells, it's just the standard 6 spells, so double Black Ruins. I saw this a decent amount. I think in 2 of my games, I played 3 mirror matches, and I opened this 2 of the 3 games, I think. So it was great to, I mean, it just puts you so far ahead. It's the reason to play the deck. And then obviously the other 4 power spells, Brain, Allure, Heavy, and MST. Not really much to say. Was on Minecon for a little bit, but I think just this spell, they're good against most matchups. So
Minecon can be awkward against frogs and stuff.
And I just kind of wanted to play something pretty safe. So traps then is kind of more of the same. So we've got 3 Icarus, double Boundless, double Deep Prison, and then the kind of the one-ofs in Torrential, Mirror Force, Solemn, and then the Broken Dust Shoot. I would say this is kind of standard as well. You can mix around a little bit here, but I think that this kind of gives really good coverage into the format. So if you're putting a Blackwing deck together, I think this is the 35 cards that you'll see most of the time. So I wanted to chat a little bit about the 5 cards, the last tech slots. So I didn't want to really take many risks for this kind of event because it is basically single elimination. You can't, if you take a loss, you're out of the giant card.
You're not getting the giant card,
So I wanted to make my bad hands better, even if it came at the expense of making my good hands, worse or not better as well. So the last monster I played was Gores. I didn't play the second Vayu. I was on the second Vayu for a long time. But I just found that Gores does what the second Vayu does, but better. It's pretty controversial, especially because most Blackwing lists are back on 2 Vayu now. But I mean, they fundamentally do the same thing in getting a monster onto the board, like a vanilla. But I kind of thought, if I open a handful of all traps and this, if this thing was a Vayu, then I'm losing that game. But you can play into the Gores and then set traps behind it, and you can even if you open monsters, you can just kind of clear traps with this thing. So that's kind of why I wanted to play it. Kind of was my thinking of putting the last few cards together was I just kind of wanted to stick to the game plan of making sure my monsters stick, getting trap cards out of the way, and attacking for loads of damage. I think Gores is really good for that. And even though it's not great into GBs, it's not great into the mirror, it's obviously good into, not great into Nitro Vayu as well, but it's good into Vayu Turbo, it's good into Frogs, and those are the decks I just wanted to make sure I had covered. So to go along with the Gores, I obviously played double Yada. I used to play 3 of these, but I think that 2 is probably okay. 3 felt like a little bit too much, and 2 felt like just not enough. Some lists played 3 and 41. I think these combos so well together. This combos with Icarus attack really well. It just sticks to the game plan because you have so many different threats that you can represent in this card. Like, it just does it all. And a lot of the time, you'll draw a hand where, you know, you'll have maybe one Blackwing and some trap cards, and you need like one more Blackwing monster or like another power spell to like really make the hand go crazy. And I think Yada just really gets it.
It unlocks your hand, yeah.
So it's I think it's just really good for that. And this is probably like a lot of people cook Gores now, but I think this is probably the most staple now. This could probably be included in like the 35 cards you would play.
Yeah.
A recent kind of tech edition, and I've been liking this card a lot, has been the Seven Tools.
Yeah. Shout out Mike Aguirre.
Yeah. Oh my god, this card's so good. I tested this card a long time ago and actually didn't like it, but I put it back in since things like Trap Stun have become a lot more popular.
Yeah.
And public enemy number one for this deck was Balmus, because it's basically like a time walk. Like, you know, your Blackwings are stuck in hand, you can't press for damage, your Icarus attacks are dead, you just want to have your Blackwing stick to the field, and you know, there's basically the only cards that can stop this are an enemy 7 tools or Judgment. So I was like, this card is really good. It can end chains, which is great as well. It just really fulfills the game plan of just summon and attack, get your attacks through, because this is ultimately a battle phase deck. So you're doing all your cool stuff on the battle phase. So I think this card is probably a mainstay. Maybe if you're like, it's not even actually bad against frogs. Like, you can negate like a Rye Break and go +1 with it. You can, assuming they don't drop like a Treeborn or something, it's obviously really good in the mirror. It's really good into GBs, and even like against Fork, like negating a Reckless Greed can just like brick their hands, and it just
all the rogue decks play traps as well.
Exactly.
Even if you're just on the power traps, it's still hitting a power trap.
For sure, yeah. And I think it just, I really wanted coverage, as I was saying. So I think this has like the best. I used to play like My Body. I tried Road as well. It was between this and Road really, but I made the concession to Heavy just to get that extra push against Balmus and like Deep Prison and stuff, because you really want your Blackwings to hit the graveyard even if they do die. So and the last card might cause a bit of I don't know, negative discussion or something, but people might not agree with it. But I did, because I was expecting like kind of a mad field of decks. I wanted a bit of a hedge against like, you know, maybe crazier combo decks or frog decks, or things like GBs or Machina. So I decided to main deck an Oppression. People see these two and they just, you know, they wince. And I found, I was like, okay, if I draw the two of them together, you know, this card is pretty dead. This card, it can at least be live, and then you can set this behind it. But I figured that I wanted to draw like one of these with a hand of like a regular Blackwing hand where I could do something, and I felt like all these cards increased my bad hands, you know, where you only have maybe one Blackwing monster and like, you know, 2 or 3 other traps. This didn't really come up for me very much because I played against one deck that was good against and a lot of birds, but I kind of felt safe having it. I wasn't as confident into the frog decks as people can bring. So it wasn't great for this tournament, but I think this is kind of more of a meta call. You don't normally play this, but I think you can definitely get away with 2 of these kind of situational cards and a Gores. I think if you played a Road as well, it starts to get a bit iffy, but I was happy enough for this event. Again, I played a lot of birds and this wasn't actually that bad, so I was kind of happy enough to play it, and I think overall the deck performed reasonably well. It did what it's supposed to. It was just play like a pretty low to the ground, but you know, a consistent enough game. So so I guess we'll do
40, was it as well?
Oh yeah, 40 cards. 40 flat. I you can definitely play 41, but I think that that 40 is probably better because you can just draw into your like spell cards and your limited stuff. So Gores token for the extra deck, and the new amazing Drilly Cards token. Get one of these. These are awesome. I'm going to be using this now. It's amazing.
Subscribe to Drilly Cards on YouTube.
Subscribe to Drilly Cards. Honestly, please do. So,
nice
so
1K tournament.
It was nice to get the Gores token to go along with the Gores. I was trying to hide it, you know, during the day, but it was cool to have. So, so this extra deck is pretty standard, especially for like a 1 value Blackwing list. So I played the 5s, were just the Cataster and the Android. I mean, not really much to say. The 6s, Brio, obviously really good. Goyo, And to go along with that, I have the Armed Wings for the 6s. I didn't order my extra deck.
You're good.
But Black Rose obviously as well came up a couple times. Armor Master performed really well. Didn't really miss the second one. It never came up.
Yeah, with the second value, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I think even with 2 value, I think this is still better. Like, because like, I think just having access to, you'll see the other card in a while. I think it's better into the matches where it's relevant. So obviously the Silver Wind as well, and then the rest of the 8s: Stardust, Shoutout, Dark End, Colossal, Thought Ruler, and then I played the Mistworm over the second Armor Master.
Yeah,
it's only come up a few times in testing for me. It didn't come up this tournament, but it's so impactful when it resolves. When there's probably other ways you can win the game, when the second Armor Master would come up. And I did play Chimera Tech as well. Yeah, really good. I actually won. I won the finals with Stardust Dragon on the field. Felt pretty good. Yeah, felt like poetic justice to get his son. So it's pretty standard extra deck, but all the cards are good, and they all did their job. Chimera Tech came up as well, which is nice. So and side deck, kind of just a selection of cards you expect to see. Cyber Dragon, good few matchups. It's good into the mirror just for applying pressure, because this deck does have a bit of a monster shortage. That's kind of why I played Gores as well. You kind of just need big beaters. I think Cyber Dragon is really good for that. It's good for getting flips out of the way as well, and obviously good into Machina, which I played against.
Consecrated Light Out as well.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. Yeah, Consecrated Light Out, and that's why I played Card Trooper as well. It also gets over Hamster and Raikou. So pretty solid stuff there. And then you play kind of a lot of anti-frog stuff, so DD Crow. Some people are playing one of this. I think with the advent of Nitro Vayu and Twilight getting more popular, I think you definitely need the second one. It's so strong, and like, even though it's not the most high impact, a lot of the time, like when you need it, like you really do need it, I suppose. I don't know how to better say it, but it's a really necessary card, because like if you let their plays go through that this can stop, like you're probably
they're just killing you. Yeah,
they're going to be killing you. So I would definitely keep the second one in. Just one Dyna. I cut the second one for another copy of the card you'll see in a second. I think Dyna's good, and it's a good third impression. But its applications are quite limited. It's only really good into frog decks and maybe like Gigavice.
Some random rogue decks as well.
Yeah, you can like set it as well. But I think the fact that you're siding this into matchups a lot of the time where you have to side out of cards like Bottomless and Deep Prison, and you want those cards to back this card up. So it was okay. I think there's probably like better cards you maybe could play. I think this is still fine as a card you can kind of just like simplify a frog matchup with. Didn't actually see it at all. It actually sided in, would you believe? Didn't actually come up, but I think it's good to have maybe at least one. And then just the spells. So to go along with the Card Trooper, I played one Knock and one Minecon. So I used to play not Hamster, Raikou and Minecon, but didn't like it. I just found it was a bit too inconsistent. So I think this is kind of taken from the first place lists from Harrison last year. And I think it's really good, like flexibility of having these into like face-up value boards or to out Consecrated Light for this. You can even take a JD if you want with this. But yeah, dealing with the flips is like the main thing that these are for. So I hate flip monsters. So Hamster sucks. Hamster sucks, but yeah. So I think I sided them in a good bit, and they were pretty good. It depends on the term. I think that for a tournament maybe that you're expecting a lot of people to be like an invitational or like a restacked RBT, maybe this is better because people could be bluffing more stuff. But I definitely thought like Lightsworn was a deck that people could be playing, and I thought that people wouldn't be bluffing as hard, so I thought that this had kind of the best coverage, even though it wasn't as strong a lot of the time. And then the last few cards are trap cards, so I played Double Dust for the Mirror and Gigavice, I guess. I played the second 7 tools.
Okay, cool.
This Yeah, 2 out of 7 tools.
14 tools.
14 tools. Admittedly, this doesn't actually come in that often. It's just kind of, I might actually maybe swap this for the third dust. It was
Third
really
dust,
just
yeah, I
between
think
the two of them.
It's
But I
good in
was,
GB. Like being able to negate a chariot is pretty big.
for sure, yeah. That was kind of the main. I was a little bit scared of GB, so I decided to put it in. I felt pretty confident, honestly, in the Blackwing mirror because the bird decks are kind of just made to beat themselves.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get blown out by silly stuff and thought that 7 tools would give me like a real edge. And being able to obviously negate battle traps and summon stops, as I said. So I only sided it in once or twice, but I think it was solid. 7 tools did come up over the tournament, so it was pretty good. And then I also played the second Depression, of course. Not really what to say, Depression's a good card. And I cut this, I was playing 2 of this, but I cut the second Dyna for the third. I'm playing 3 Rogue.
All in on the rogue, yeah.
I think that Caius is probably the most powerful card against Blackwing in the Vayu Turbo deck.
Yeah.
And even against Frogs, like I don't mind seeing like a Duke block. I don't even mind seeing an Ab-Zero. You know, flips, like you have these cards, you can run over them still, but like Caius is just so rough. And obviously it has applications against like Machina as well, which I thought there'd be a bit of. So I did play against Machina, but it was a 2-0 and I was going second both games, so I didn't side it in, but I think it's good against that, and you can put it in obviously against like Diva Hero and stuff if you see it. I think the coverage is just is pretty good. So that was the side deck. Most of this stuff didn't actually come up. These came up. This was absolutely clutch in the final. I played against well, actually my matchups were I suppose I'll get to, because this didn't come up to the very end.
Yeah.
I played against round 1, I played against the Mirror, and I won that 2-0. That was fine. Round 2, I played against Machina Ancient Gear. Shoutout Jono.
Oh, okay.
So this obviously was crazy. I saw game 1 as well, and then these were crazy too.
The machine stuff.
Solemn. I thought he was on flips, so I put these in, but he wasn't actually playing them. He was just all gas. That was 2-0 as well. Really grindy game, but it was 2-0, thankfully. Round 3 was a Mirror again. It was 2-1. He, I think, opened he opened Whirlwind and either Bora or Shura game 1, and then I opened Whirlwind Shura game 2, and then I dropped Dad game 3, and it was pretty good. So that's the Mirror in a nutshell. Round 4 was against Vayu. I thought it was Nitro, but he actually apparently, I think he was playing Turbo but didn't see any of the flips.
Okay, yeah.
So I actually didn't put, I put these in for the boss monsters, and just in case he had something. Or maybe I didn't put this in. I definitely put these 3 in anyway. But I put the crows in, and he just didn't see flips, so it kind of was wraps there. If you don't, I mean, the flips are the strongest part, and the Caius, Hamster Caius.
Yeah, Hamster Caius,
against this deck. But so that was 2-0 as well. And then round 5, I played against Blackwing again, and that was 2-1. And yeah, just really played around myself well. Game 1, poked with like Kalutes and stuff. And then usual like silliness, Blackwing silliness, game 2 and 3. I think I resolved 7 tools once or twice. And yeah, just kind of, it was the usual carry on with that. It was pretty standard stuff. And then the last match was against Nitro Vayu.
Yeah.
And game 1, I opened a pretty aggressive hand. Game 2 was a bit more grindy. I made a bit of a misplay where I missed a Black Rose line, and he cleared my board even though I had an Icarus attack. I just kind of had a mental block. But I kind of came back after that, and his last big push was to make an 8 with Plague, and I had the Crow for it. So I was holding on to it for ages, and it just felt so satisfying for the card to just like do the absolute most. So I think I don't know if I changed much with the side. Maybe change this section a bit, maybe swap this for the third dust, but I think I would definitely keep, the frog stuff. I think you need it.
The rogues
I think maybe this for like a second knock or this for a second knock, but it just depends. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep testing things. I kind of also want to fit road in, so road might be an option set of the 7 tools. I might see if I can maybe fit it in the main. It just depends on what you expect to face, but yeah. So
Any other statements or any other?
I noticed that like a lot of decks now are getting faster. Like they're throwing out a lot of defense for like really broken stuff. But I think that Blackwing, being so resilient kind of is a testament to how good the deck is. And I think that the way you win tournaments and you do well with tournaments, I think from like, especially from seeing like good players plays, you kind of know how to play out of bad hands. Because like the deck, I don't think it's the best deck. I think it's probably I'd say it's probably the second or third, maybe behind
definitely
Fergal
top three,
but I do think that it's really resilient and it has a great matchup spread. Also, I forgot to say, there's no DDV in this deck. I really don't like that card.
In pure, I can see it.
It's really, really expensive, and if you don't like get like 3 monsters with it, you're like behind on tempo, and you can draw it dead as well. You don't have to play. You're not shitting out monsters like Value does to have for the free DDV. Exactly, yeah, and that's kind of the reason why I didn't play it. I used to play it. I used to play the second Value. I just don't think that Blackwing has enough conversions for the second Value. Honestly, I think the Blizzard argument where you can get it first off Shura, get the second one off of Blizzard, and then go into Brio and then Armed Wing. I think that just requires too much setup. I think you're already winning the game by that point because you've already drawn a level 4, you've already drawn Whirlwind, you've already been able to search Blizzard, so you've gotten at least one attack through to get your Via out of deck. I think you should probably win that game anyway.
Regardless,
But yeah, like I don't think there's a bad way you can build this deck. I think there's a lot of different choices. It just depends on event by event. So I think some kind of configuration like this is suitable. But I did want to give a few shout outs and I wrote them down so I don't forget them. But because there were a lot of people that really made this event for me to be so special and memorable. So first of all, shout out to Sean for traveling to the event with me, staying in the room for the weekend, always giving good laughs over the events that we go to, getting me a sandwich whenever the shops were closed on Sunday in Brussels because nowhere was open. He found me a sandwich. I was so hungry during the day. Also holding the card because it comes in a giant card box. He was holding the card while I went to the bathroom, went around the vendors and stuff. I was like window shopping for like an hour. So thank you so much, Sean. Always a pleasure to go to events, man. And he's the go. He was cheering me on. So big shout out as well to our very own Adam, total gentleman. He loaned me Oppressions and Dark End and Catastrophe for the event, which obviously were completely necessary. So thank you so much, Adam. Brilliant player as well, obviously. Ultimate Time Wizard top and a lovely guy. So we could have done it without you, man. Shout out as well to Massey for all the testing. The Nitro testing we did came up. It was so good. I felt really confident into the matchup. It came a couple of touch in the finals, and he's a great player. He's won. He's topped major events. He's on an absolute tear at the moment. It's really been his year. And for the congratulatory messages as well. So thank you so much. Also, just for congratulating like everyone who congratulated me, after the event, people I didn't know, but especially some guys from Switzerland. So Niels, Maxime, and Davis, just for their kind words. Great players and just really nice guys. I've met them at multiple events now, so it's been a pleasure to meet you guys. And Thibaut as well. I mean, between the guys, they have got multiple Ultimate Time Wizard tops between them, multiple Nats tops between them. It's always great to chat and hang out at the event. So we'll see you at the next one, guys. Thanks a mil. Also, just all the gang from home. So Matt, Connie, Aoife, Jamie, Cahill, and Daniel, and the two Patricks from Cornerstone Gaming. So if you're ever up in the Newry area, do check us out. It's a great shop. All the retro people in Dublin, of course. Billy, Vlad's here too.
Yeah, I'm not a retro guy. We might get him in, Hell no.
Maybe Nelfo was far off because of the thing,
Play like 1.5 Edison. Hell no.
But shout out to everyone there. And obviously, if you want to play some retro formats, do
reach
check us
out.
out.
Reach out. We'll add you to the secret group chat.
Yeah. Leave a comment, and we'll get you in. So it's a great
I
group.
just go to the group chat.
And lastly, just shout out to the event staff and the judging staff for throwing a really good event, really well ran, and it was just really enjoyable. So great to take home a great prize, and look forward to playing again. So thanks to you, Billy, for having me on. It's been great.
Thanks very much, Fergal, for the profile, and congratulations on winning the big small style.
Big small.
Somewhere else.
Thanks a minute.
All right, cheers. Thanks, Fergal. Bye.